Ghost members of the drama club. It was a story from a junior high school that a friend of mine attended. Before the school festival, the broadcasting club that the friend belonged to was discussing what they would present. After deciding on various plans, they decided to introduce the school's 7 Wonders as a ghost story at the end. However, the school was relatively new, and there were no ghost stories to be gathered from seniors or teachers. The school festival was coming up soon, and it would be a hassle to come up with a new project, and this kind of story would be well received. After much discussion, the members of the broadcasting club decided to make something up. We decided on our own to come up with standard stories, such as a piano that starts playing at midnight in the music room, a drawing figurine in the art room that changes direction on its own, stairs on which someone always falls down every day, and so on. I could easily come up with 6 of these stories, but I could not decide on the last one. Then, a girl who calls herself psychic and mysterious, and who had been unusually quiet that day, came up with an idea. What it is like is to introduce, in addition to the 7 Wonders, a story about a real ghost member of the drama club who takes his turn after the broadcasting club during the cultural festival presentation. The idea was to ask some friends in advance to make a fuss about seeing some kind of ghost during the actual presentation by the drama club. When the members of the broadcasting club heard about this idea, they were quite excited and decided to give it a try because it sounded like fun, and each member asked a friend to play a fake role. On the day of the festival, the broadcasting club's presentation was finished as arranged in the auditorium, and it was the drama club's turn to perform. The lights were turned off and the spotlight shone only on the stage. As the performance was nearing its conclusion, the students gathered in the auditorium started to murmur, as if the organizers had made a fuss as planned. No way, really? My friends thought it was getting interesting, but in the end, there was not so much commotion, and the festival ended without a hitch. But it seemed to have some effect, and after the festival was over, of the 7 Wonders introduced by the broadcasting club, only the story about the ghost members of the drama club was talked about quite a bit. In fact, there were even stories from students other than those who had asked for the fake presentation that they had seen a ghost while the drama club was presenting. This story was further heightened when a teacher put up a photo of the festival in the hallway, showing the drama club presenting on stage, with what looked like a white blur in the photo. According to my friend, he clearly didn't look like a ghost at all. The female students started to make a fuss about it, and the male students were amused and started going around saying it was a ghost photo. The male students were also going around saying it was a ghost photo for fun. The person who came up with the idea was the only one who didn't seem to be happy about it. When my friend asked him why, he simply replied, "Nothing." My friends thought it was fine, and didn't pay any attention to it. About 3 months later, when all the commotion over the ghost photos had died down, for some reason, the members of the drama club began to leave one after another. The club had never had that many members to begin with, so within a month, the theater club had to close down due to lack of members. My friend felt a little bit embarrassed because of the rumors he had created, so he asked one of the girls who had quit the drama club about it. They were hesitant, but told me that strange things happened in the club room and that one of them had actually seen a ghost in the classroom where they practiced, and that they quit the club because they got scared. As you can imagine, this surprised me, and I told all the members of the broadcasting club about it, and we talked about confiding in the teacher about what had happened at the festival. Only the psychic girl in the example had an unflattering look on her face, but we decided to tell the teacher anyway. When I talked to the advisor of the broadcasting club, he showed a troubled face and told me that he would inform the drama club advisor about the festival and that I should properly apologize to the drama club members. A few days later, led by my advisor who had talked to me to some extent in advance, I apologized in front of the drama club members and the drama club's advisor that I was sorry to everyone in the broadcasting club except the psychic girl who was absent that day. The moment I raised my head, which had been bowed deeply, All the members of the drama club and the advisor who were in front of me started laughing loudly for some reason. As I was dumbfounded, the advisor began to tell me the reason why. Apparently, since the incident at the festival, the members of the drama club had been seriously freaked out by the ghost photos and were not putting much effort into their rehearsals. When the advisor was wondering what to do, he happened to hear from one of the students that the festival had been a hoax put on by the broadcasting club. When he told the club members about it, they couldn't believe it and said it was unforgivable, and that they would feel bad if they didn't get even. The teacher, who had always been very energetic, decided to do something about it and came up with the idea of the ghost's expulsion from the club. My friends were trying to get the word out to the broadcasting club about the ghosts, even if they didn't ask why. In the midst of all this, one of the members of the drama club asked me whose idea it was for one of the yaris at the cultural festival. When I told him it was that psychic girl who didn't show up today, he said, "I knew it. I knew it." The girl and the psychic girl and the broadcasting club had always been good friends, but since they had a quarrel over a trivial matter, they had become so bitter that they did not even talk to each other. She knew that I hated psychics and such things, and that's why I did what I did, she said angrily in front of everyone. She breathed a sigh of relief that she would definitely say something tomorrow, and everyone broke up that day, and the drama club was reinstated at that point. But the next day, the self-proclaimed psychic wonder girl from the broadcasting club did not show up. On the contrary, she stopped coming to school altogether. I had thought that she would refuse to go to school just because she felt a little awkward, but in the end she never showed up again. I was curious about the head of the broadcasting club, so I went to her house, but I couldn't see her or anyone at home. Moreover, he did not even feel that anyone was living there. A few days later, the teacher told me that she had moved and transferred schools. My friend, feeling something strange, went to the broadcast room as usual, and one of the club members started talking about a strange rumor he had heard. One of the club members started talking about a strange rumor that a psychic girl had apparently transferred to another school, but in fact had committed suicide. When I wondered where such a rumor came from, I thought of a girl in the drama club. Thinking that it would be inappropriate to spread such a rumor, even if it were true, the entire broadcasting department decided to go to the drama club. We called her up as she was practicing, told her about the rumor, and asked her if you had spread it. However, she told them that it was definitely not her and that she was even surprised when she heard the rumor from another girl. She then asked the other members of the club, but in the end she had no idea. When we asked the teacher, she gave us a strange look and told us that all she had heard from the parents was that she was transferring to another school. Without knowing the source of the rumor, the new rumor took hold among the students as if it was a female student who committed suicide because of the rumor. Early the next year, the head of the broadcasting club committed suicide. It was a sudden event, and he did not seem troubled at all. My friends were so surprised that they could not even study for a while. Since he was about to take an entrance examination, he tried not to talk about the suicide as much as possible, and my friend passed the school of his choice and graduated. The next year, the head of the new broadcasting club died in an accident. He was hit by a car on his way to school and died instantly, my friend was told by a junior colleague. As expected, after 2 consecutive years of bad luck, the students began to gossip strangely about the death of the new head of the broadcasting club. 2 years ago, a rumor began to circulate that the broadcasting club was being haunted by the incident at the festival and the rumor of a female student who had committed suicide because of it. Perhaps because of the uproar, the teachers went out of their way to talk to the students in the morning in their respective classrooms in a stern tone, telling them not to make silly rumors and not to take them seriously. The next year, the boy who became the next head of the broadcasting club was able to finish his school life in good health, both physically and mentally, until graduation. The teachers were relieved and sent the students off after the graduation ceremony, saying that it was good to see them. Not many days later, during spring break before entering high school, the school received word that the boy had died of heart failure. The next year, the broadcasting club was discontinued and the job was taken over by a teacher. The school still does not have a broadcasting club, and the teacher still broadcasts at lunchtime and after school. My friend told me that this story was quite famous locally and had even been introduced on the radio. The first half of the story was omitted, and it was said that somehow the broadcasting club was replaced by the newspaper club, and that there was a school where the newspaper club was discontinued after 3 years of losing the head of the newspaper club every year for no reason at all. This concludes this story. Thank you for listening to the end.